Guess no one's here yet. Which one should I start with? This one? This one? My project. Oh, I better get that one before I. Okay. Got that one here. Got this one. I think I'll wear this one. Yeah, this will be for the wrist check. Is anyone here yet? Get a few more people, then we'll start. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Jade. So, let's see. Wonderful tweezers. Okay, so this will be just for a quick thing. I'll kind of get in more depth when more people join, but for the past couple of days, I found in one of my boxes I had a replica Rolex. And so it's not the real thing. If it was a real thing, that would be amazing. But it's I've stripped it down pretty good. I've just been working on it off and on when I've had some time. And hmm, hello to you too. Interesting. Okay, so got a question for Jade Darby. Uh, are you a watchmaker by chance? By any chance, I should say. Or just a collector? No, just a collector? Yeah, at the first part, I was more of a collector because I didn't really know what anything was on a watch. But then I started to kind of get, I don't know much at all, just the basics. I've been trying to look around on where a good place would be to or online. I don't want to do it in person, but a good online place to get the I'm not sure what they call it, the watchmaker certificate or what else it's called. Someday I would just like to get the license, but I want to take a course just so that I can get more familiar with different stuff like that. It'd be kind of neat. What kind do you collect? Do you collect pocket watches? Do you collect any and all vintage and antique watches? Do you have any Rolex watches or funny? Okay. Well, I think this is the most people that we're going to get in today, two people. I'm not sure if that includes me or don't even know who's here. So my throat's really dry. Hold me one sec. Okay. So kind of a wrist check is, well, it really doesn't count. I took it off my wrist. But it's my Fossil Airmaster. Um, wrist, interesting. I'm more of a person of all traits, watch wise. Um, do you have any quartz watches by chance? Or what is the most expensive watch you have, I should say? Not asking the price, but just relative, I should say. Hmm. In about, what time is it? 3 minutes will get started and really start ramping up what I watches I show and the information I tell. Okay, so I've been really wanting a neat watch. Really? You've got Nexlax watch? Is that one vintage or no? Just asking. I love this one. The only thing I don't like about Vostoks and fossils is that they only, or they put steel over the brass or the nickel, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why they're so getting harder to find, but I've been trying to find Seiko Bellmatics in relatively good condition, or at least I should say functioning, but it's just about driving me crazy trying to find ones that are not damaged, I should say. Well, price wasn't an option. So are you asking for any watch or a pocket watch, wristwatch, quartz watch? Any? Okay. I would honestly say I would want one of three. I would love a Rolex Datejust or any kind of Rolex, or a Seiko Bellmatic, or any Seiko 6138 Panda. I like the Panda, how it's black and white and very neat. Or, well, I should say, a movement to fit just one sec. Sorry, I'm a hurry. Had you right now. Oh, Of course, behind me, I've got a watch face that I would love to have a movement for. It is a okay. Tweezers. Okay, come on. I'm just trying to be extra gentle with it. This is an Omega Constellation, constellation chronometer. Um, in fact, when I purchased the watch lot, I found this in it. The watch lot I had purchased was kind of jam packed of a ton of parts, but the issue was they were duplicates, triplicates, quadruplets, octuplets, some of them. About 40% of them were mainsprings. Just so much stuff and not stuff that I really need at the moment. Um, so I just want to take a real quick a poll of who is here because I know that Jade Darby is. Well, I've been talking to you, but who's the second person? Is that me or is that someone else? I don't really know, but so I've been in contact with Daniel Blair, and we've been talking for about a week or two, and so finally I got up the umph and sent off a watch I had to have it fixed. It was my Seiko 70058027. Uh, yeah, and so it's gonna look all snazzied up and not dirty and functionally. I can't wait to get it here because then when that gets here, I am putting this one in my watch box and I am wearing that one till end of time. It's funny. Each person has their own watch that is their grail. I have a few of those too. Um my Seiko 6139 is a grail for me, and my Seiko 70058027 is also my grail. And then it's just oh, and then my Gruen is my third grail for wristwatches. And then I don't have it with me at the moment, but my Waltham pocket watch is my pocket watch grail favorite, I should say. Um, I've been thinking about possibly selling some of the watches that I have gotten from that watch lot that I purchased recently. And do any of you want me to show you ones that you might like? Or just want me to show you some of the ones that I've got here with me, I should say, that nobody has claimed for themselves? What do you mean by your favorite? A favorite watch that I would pick that I currently have, or one that I would pick, like if I were to buy one? One I would buy? Okay. My brain's kind of tired. So, okay, so a favorite that I currently have is my Seiko 6139, is one that I really like. And one that I would buy would be, mm, I would say, a Rolex or an Omega. Or get this one working. But the one I have is really needs a lot of work, and I can't work on it, which is the very difficult part because it's so small, and I have such trouble working on ladies' watches, and this isn't much bigger than a ladies' watch. Hmm. Okay, so I think it's time to do kind of the watches then themed for today, just since it's a little later on. What do you mean by you would have both same day? Yeah, in fact, about 90% of the watches that I have, or let me rephrase, about, I've got about, currently with the watch lot I purchased and the ones that I have previously to buying that, I've got between 20 and 40 watches, which are, but about 20 or 25 of them are not working currently. And that, I've never bought a watch over 50 bucks, 75 bucks. It's just I've never been able to bring myself around to pay, even though I might like a watch, it just, I've never been able to pull myself around, or I've never been able to buy one quite like that, I should say. Okay, starting off is kind of an unnamed watch. It's a huge one. in kind of a comparison, this is the size of this one. This is the size of my fossil. Kind of big. It's kind of neat thing. I'll just, it shows the time, but of course you can't see that because, and then, whoa, whoa. It's got two settings. On the first one, it can last about 12 hours. On the second setting, it can last about uh, 24 hours. Um, in fact, I got a little sonic cleaner yesterday. It's not very big. I've used it. It's about, what's it? Here we go. Ugh. Okay. It's about the size of this. It's not very big. It looks bigger on screen, but see, compared to my head. But it works. Um, I've been trying to find a watch online that I really, really, really want that isn't too expensive to buy and then restore. I've been trying to find uh, bigger of the vintage Omegas rather than lady-sized ones, but I've really not had any luck. Uh, um, oh yeah, this one was given to me by a great uncle, and it's rechargeable, which is the nice thing. And it has a compass. Just gotta shake it a bit. And just, honestly, what is your favorite watch brand? I know it's kind of difficult for me, so let's start off with your favorite brand. I think for me, I know that I would have to say that I do like Omega too, but I could not say anything about a Tag Heuer since I have never owned one. So that would be kind of just secondhand information. But design, I think it's okay. I like it actually. But it depends on the one. I don't know much about Tag Heuer. For me, I would say that I really like Seiko. Yeah, I would have to say I like Seiko and Gruen. And so I ask you this: what is your favorite watch that you currently have or had previously? Hmm. I would have to say that my two favorite brands are Gruen, Precision particularly, and Seiko. I really like watching Blair Watch Project and Spencer Klein since they mainly work on Seikos. Yeah, I kind of agree with you for part of that. I got my Seiko 6139 from my dad. I think I traded him something for it, I forgot. That was 3 or 4 years ago. For me, I don't care about watches' value. I just care about them for sentimental purposes. When they're given to me, or for anything that matters, or that matters, for anything for that matter. I keep it because they gave it to me, and I appreciate it since they gave it to me. And especially because they're kind in that way, I should say. And I've been really, really trying to find, like I said, a Seiko Panda, 6138 Panda, or a Bellmatic. Those are my two favorites. For me, I don't know why, but I like stuff. My family says I have expensive taste. I've never understood what that means, but now I kind of do. How, for me, the more expensive, in this case, watches and different stuff, makes me like them more. But, for instance, my I don't have it with me right now, but sometimes different family of them or different family members give me different stuff they get, and it's just special, even if it's not worth much. It just, for me, it's the sentimental value, which is to me more valuable than money because it was out of the kindness of their heart. Um, I've been really, really trying to find a good deal for watch oil or the watch lubrication, I should say. very true. For me, once I was hooked, I buying my first watch, or no, given my first watch, it just bought another one. About a year later, I bought another one, then another one, then another one. And it's just some people, not saying who, in my family might say I talk about them a little too much. But I've been doing it on here so I can kind of, well, not talking too much, but just I get excited when I find something neat. And I always have to share the info. Okay, got a question. I've been thinking about it and then I forgot about it. Okay, how did you find me on YouTube? I've just been kind of wondering. Just that's been kind of interesting. I've been wondering for a while. Really? You're a big Omega enthusiast fan or whatever. What? Which video, if I just might ask, did you find one of my comments or messages on, if I might ask? Not sure. I have to say, the different people that I have talked to have been really kind with sharing their information. Like the Omega enthusiast with just different information that he's given me. Um, if you, I just wanted to take a, I'm not sure what you would call it, like a poll type thing, not a poll, but just I would like just kind of a, if everyone could put just something in the chat showing who's here, because unfortunately it does not show who is here. I just wondering. Perfect. Okay, I just had wanted to make sure I wasn't talking to the wind, if you know what I mean. So right now, I am, come on, looking on eBay, or I should say earlier, something that kind of catches my attention is how, or I should say earlier, I was looking on eBay and I've been looking at particular watches, not to buy, but just for value, I should say, of what the current rate or amount they're going for. Sorry, I know that's really bright. Come on. In fact, the shades are up. The shades are closed, and that has shades. I guess the only time that I could fix that part is if it was nighttime, which is kinda would be kinda difficult to do. Hmm. Um, what was I gonna say? What was your most recent purchase of a watch? And when did you? And these questions are to anyone or everyone who is watching. Really, I have never heard of a Bullseye Omega. Er, and don't forget, I appreciate getting questions from you and comments from everyone. So if anyone's here, just ask away and I'll answer away. I would like to take a poll really quick. This is an actual poll. From the recent watches that I have done videos on for my next live stream, we're not done just yet, maybe 10 or 15 more minutes. For my next live stream, which watch that I have done a video on so far would you like to see? And for it to be about, to ask questions about it and show you the internals of it. And that's for everyone here. Okay, so you want me to do a video on pocket watches? Some of the ones that I've shown, like the Loris Mickey Mouse, the uh, ladies' watch, different ones like that. Okay. Um, So in about 6 minutes, we'll wrap this up. And then, so I wanted to ask, my schedule is kind of clear because I do school earlier in the day. So would Wednesdays work for everyone who's watching? And I've been thinking, how would it be for twice a month instead of weekly? Because I know that it's kind of difficult to make time in a schedule weekly for an hour. And March 5th. So, okay, so how would it be if I did it? Come on. So we're in March. So the next one will be in April. And what days or how many times would you like it to be done? And of course, I'll still be doing the just the regular videos too. Or one thing. Mm, what day would be good, I should say. Because it feels like Wednesday is a pretty good day to do it on, or you choose. Anyone who's watching, choose. Hmm. So what I'm thinking is, oh come on. Okay, so maybe the 14th and or maybe uh, so maybe the 14th and then the 28th at the same time. So that'll be April the 14th and the 28th, I think. Yeah, would that work? Okay. And it will be for, or the time that it will be done will be at 3 p.m. California Standard Time. So just for anyone who's going to be watching it or is watching. So, okay. Any last questions? We've got 5 more minutes and then the stream will be ended. Anything else? Oh, next on my list is to get my last thing is the next thing on my list to get serviced is going to be two things: my Gruen and my 6139. Those are the two I really want to get serviced, and then that'll be good for 5 years. Okay, well, I guess we're going to see you next time. And just real quick, just making sure got the days, and that's for April 14th and then the 28th at 3 p.m. California time. Okay, I will see you next time. Bye.